Yo, welcome to episode 28 of the BMF Reverberation podcast on the Konfidence and Klutch network. New media, energy up, health is wealth. I'm hoping all my BMF fans had a good year. Yeah, I mean, it's been a year since we talked, a little bit less than whatever, 11 months or whatever. But, man, I hope y'all health is well. I hope your children is well. I hope your family is well. But the biggest thing is you woke up today, so all is good, man. We here, though. So let's jump into it, man. We here. You know why we here. I'm gonna tell y'all why we late. I just wasn't feeling it because of dropping 2 pods a day, because I do one for the Shy Reverberation podcast, and we have BMF Reverberation podcast. This is gonna be a rough next 5 weeks for me trying to get this done. So it's like, man, you know what I mean? There's been a lot going on. So I'm like, man, BMF got to be super duper dope, you know what I mean? So let's make sure it gets dope and it stay dope. We should get into it, but like I said, man, I'm here. I'm dedicated, man. But whenever I choose not to do this, you know what I mean? That's the difference with owning your joint, doing what you want to do. When you choose not to do it, you just don't do it. So that might come with anything. I might say I'm done podding altogether. And you know what I mean? It is what it is. But right now we here. So that's what we here for. That's what y'all came, and I salute y'all that's on this, even though I'm a little bit late. All right, we ready? What we know so far, previously on BMF, right? All right. Meech tells T, we're going to take over the whole nation, and Atlanta is the distribution hub. Markeisha tells T, he runs BMF better than Meech. T says he'll always be in Meech's shadow. Markeisha say they got shot at over their relationship. Lucille wants a fresh start at a new church and accepts assistant pastor. Charles slept with Mabel, however, he gets to play on the gospel circuit tour. Lucille says she can't go on tour with Charles, and the only man she needs is her Heavenly Father, and can they just be friends? Nikki's getting closer to her guy. LaWanda wants to go to cosmetology school. Meech hook Lamar on dough. B. Mickey put out on T on the rooftop. He's dead to BMF, as the words from Meech. Brian lost his son, Kevin. Remy loses family in Techwood. Meech meets in STL Connect, Pusha J. Meech meets a new plug, Sin Loco, and he gets arrested in Mexico. T and Meech go to Mexico to free Loco. That's where we at. So, current episode, that's a lot, ain't it? That's a lot. That's a lot, man. I'm laughing at what I read. That's a whole bunch of shit going on, man. Current episode, graduation day. With Meech MIA, Terry manages the business independently to keep the cash flowing and finds himself at odds as he seeks to exert more control over BMF. All right, let's do it. Recap of 401, my machine software keeps resetting, so we got to go old school with just beats, man. So we're going to do it like that off the iPad, unfortunately. All right. Meech and T are in Mexico, right? Being shot at. That's how the show come on. They're in Mexico being shot at, and it seemed like it's a woman running with them, but we know that got to be Loco, right? So they got Loco. He had the disguise on. Loco says they have a 3-day trek through the mountains to get back to the United States. And while Meech taking the leak, he gets bit by a snake. So once again, I did not know if I want to do BMF, right? As a pod. We talked about that. We established that in the beginning. However, then the damn theme song came on and I'm back hooked. You know what I'm saying? It was cracking with the theme song once again. You know what I mean? I'm thinking mine, wish you can wish me luck. Man, 50. I'm hooked. Okay, so now they put a 6 months later bullshit, right? We'll hear how the fuck they got out of Mexico and they back in Detroit. So T meets Imani playing dice. Okay, at some type of casino, high roller spot or whatever. She offers him a spot at another event next week, and she pushing up on T. Hoop comes and tells him Jay Push ain't paying and cats are coming up short. T said he'll take care of it, all right? So here we go. We have no Meech. We don't know what's going on. We know how it go when T run things, when Meech run things. We kind of know T is running Detroit, Meech running the rest of it. So for me to come back into the show, that's how we coming back. I didn't like that. We can't come back to this after They in Mexico. We know they got loco 6 months later. Like, come on. So we see Lucille is entertaining a church elder at her home. Pastor Fleming is stepping down and they want to interview Lucille for the lead pastor. Interviews are tomorrow, and that's Nicole's graduate from high school day. So here we go. We got to make decisions. It's getting crazy right now. T calls Jay Pusher. He ain't paying T, only Meech. Told T he ain't coming to the D. You want your money, come to St. Louis and get it. So T wants Sterling to go and to get Jay Pusher. You want Hoop and Sterling, you know what I'm saying? T is struggling with Meech not being around. Hoop said he'll go and get Jay Pusher. And my thing is, where's Meech at? Yo, what's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? So we see Lamar, he in the rehab facility, singing We Shall Overcome, playing it on the piano. Brother sound all right. So he was in a 90-day court order treatment program. Oh, shit, here we go. So Lamar is back, right? Lamar gave his testimonial and basically said, fuck Meech. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm saying fuck Meech. Like, damn Meech. You know what I'm saying? And fuck Meech from Lamar perspective. Like, I'm ready to do what I need to do. You know, because remember, Meech put that gun in his head, told him to hit that crack pipe, and then they seen him walking around. You know what I mean? First of all, they be having a lot look crazy on the shot with them whack-ass weaves. Shit, on this one, and I'm telling y'all, 90s women are the finest, so we in the 90s, right? Just like Raising Canaan. Man, Patina and Lala with their 90s outfits on and how they looked in the 90s, man, bad to the motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, I'm 48 years old. That's how they used to look, y'all. As fine as they make Patina, as fine as they make Rock look, and as fine as they make Markeisha look, times 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Man. And I was a youngin' then, kind of, you know what I mean? I'm like 1490 type shit. So could you imagine? Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So Lala's fine as fuck. I just had to establish that. Markeisha wants her independence, and she won in the game, right? She has a point with T about making decisions. T sees it as an uphill battle to confess to Hustler. She's a hustler, knowing Boom was her husband, and this is how they moved in the game, and he was her little trophy and show-off piece. So this is new and refreshing for Markeisha if they gonna make her a baller in this show. She says she's tired of playing with boys and finna go fuck with some real man, because T was like, no, I can't even support you right now. You know what I mean? And my thing, T, you know you can't trust her. You can't trust her. You know how this goes. She's a situationalist. You can't do it, T. So, but we all know we have the pot. The plot is thickening what we're doing right now with her in this season. We see Charles in the house playing that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And he's just sitting there, right? Nicole getting her hair done by LaWanda, who she's like, I want to look like this. This ain't how I look. Who kind of fucked her shit up, is almost there, not all the way. Lucille told Charles, this my house, and don't answer the door. Like, oh, shit. Man. Lucille didn't have the money for the cake for Nicole, shit. Charles got up and straight paid for it. You know what I mean? Like, then T come through and he brought Nicole a dope necklace. Then LaWanda salty at T over something, and they get to talking crazy, and Lucille is still talking crazy, and man, this house is chaotic as fuck. Welcome to the hood, baby. Welcome back home. But damn, there's a lot going on. And Charles just there with the thing with his finger, nigga, whatever that's called. Man, the fuck out of here. One more time, y'all. All right, yo. Just, all right, man. It's some bullshit, man. I'm telling you, if I don't want to do this pod, I can do the pod. Oh, shit. All right, Lamar and old girl who he was dealing with, right, that he seen in the bed and he couldn't get hard at the, you know what I mean, before. They talk about his future and what he got to do. Like, he got mood stability pills. He got mental health shit going on. He's nervous about the outside world because he's been locked in for 3 months. Then the director of the thing come in and she's like, yeah, but you're going to eat this pussy tonight. And then the director come in and says he has a visitor. I'm like, who the fuck could that be, right? T is cutting up, right? T is cutting up Charles, and Charles asked about Meech, and T said he's in Mexico on business, right? Lucille is at our interview. They bring up her divorce and her sons don't walk the path. Lucille walked them down and like, hold up. You know, because my sons don't walk that path. And in my divorce, I'm able to not think I'm higher than my congregation. I'm sitting right there with them. Shit, they're gonna relate more to me. Ain't no preaching from the pulpit. Shit, I'm one of the people. Like, okay, then Lucille, you know what I'm saying? Lucille, you coming back? That's the Lucille I like. Yeah, dope. So I'm like, all right. So we see Sterling tells T they got him. They got Jay Pusher, right? So one of the workers come in. T said, no. Yeah, Sterling tells T they got him, right? It's a worker come in. This nigga got on some Nike shit fly, right? T said he's not in uniform. So I'm looking at shit. They show niggas, everybody got black and white shell toes, forums on and shit, right? And then high top, low top, and everybody wants to wear black Adidas shoes and black gear. He had on Nikes and shit. So T like, I'm docking your pay. Like, oh shit, here we go. That's where this all black everything shit came from. Remember, that's Jeezy shit. So the Jeezy shit, fuck with the BMF, tie-dye. Don't it make sense? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what's going on right now. We got a uniform, nigga. Markeisha went to see Boom in prison. Talking about, do you have an infusion of dough? Like type shit. Boom said he doesn't have it. She asked if he still have markers out here on the street, a cash that owed him. And he mentioned somebody with something. And he's like, I know Kiki, right? He told her, she's the prize. Keep her legs closed and her eyes open out there if you finna try to do some shit getting in the gang, because I can have nothing happening to you. He don't know. She just using him to get in the gang. She ain't fucking with Boom, right? Any chick that do what she did to you, nigga, that ain't yours, right? So Nikki is ready for graduation. It's all good. Lucille says she's happy she has at least one graduate in the house, and she wished Meech was there. All right, yeah, whatever. Markeisha went to see Kiki to get in touch with her ex, Isaac. Now, Kiki and Markeisha, the way they talking like they can run some shit. You know what I mean? Markeisha told her, I'll slide you some dough for the number for Isaac. You know what I'm saying? She's met Isaac, wouldn't leave his wife, and then he bounced and shit. So, you know what I mean? I think Kiki and Markeisha gonna be some balling shit, dope dealing ass rock shit. You know what I mean? That's what I predict. Nicole has a graduation party. She says she's going to Morris Brown, right? And her guy's going to Clark. Charles talks to this guy about his tour, and Lucille blessed the food, and Nicole was gonna say something else. Then Meech showed up. So T ain't want to say shit to him. B Mickey showed up with a new woman and a baby that had oxygen. Like, damn, what the fuck is going on? But whatever. Good seeing B Mick, right? Meech bought Nicole a new car. T got a call. Jay pushes in the D. Meech tells Lucille his beef with T is between them. Mama, don't ask me shit. So T gets to the restaurant. Jay Pusher told T, man, what you got going on up in here? What you selling? Oh, man, you doing that shit, man? Hey, man, dress this shit up a little bit better. Raise the prices up and all that shit. Nobody want food they can make at home, and that shit ain't better. Damn, Jay Pusher. Right. Meech walks in and changes the whole scene, and T pissed. When Meech came in, there's nothing but love. Niggas ain't seen him in months. Jay Pusher, you know what I'm saying? He feel a little brolic now because Meech is here. And Meech let T know Jay is here because I collected the dough, nigga. That's the only reason he up here. T dropped jewels about where Meech was and shit, and then Meech checked him, and T got right back at him talking shit, and they started to fight, and then at the end of the fight, niggas didn't know what to do, let them fight. And T put out a knife, and then I kicked everybody out. Little ass blade, though, but enough to do damage, right? And I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened in Mexico, yo? What the fuck happened in Mexico? So Lucille brought in a gift for Nicole, but it was for Lucille. It was her pastor robe. So Lucille got the post. Charles says he's going back on tour. And Nikki told Pop she got a full scholarship to Morris Brown. She ain't got to worry about paying for me to go to college, Daddy. No doubt Nicole. She had that honor roll. Oh, shit. Now I think about it, I got to get Bella Stoll. I'm like, yo, my daughter graduated next Monday. So she had her cord, her honor cord. Shout out to Nicole. So Meech and T exchange dope and money, right? Clearly they on a split. And someone started, and we know who it is. It's Lamar ass walking just with the thing, emptying the clip, letting that shit go. T and Meech run out of ammo. They go down a gated spot, and Lamar got them dead to rights. And once again, instead of just blasting them fools, he talking shit. And as soon as before you get to blasting them, we hear two shots. Baka. You know what I mean? B. Mickey shows up and pops Lamar. He said, man, I was following y'all because Meech, we need to talk. And he like, man, nigga, I told you dead to us, nigga. And they all get up out of there, right? And Meech said, nigga, I'm back to the A, nigga. And then the blood, where Lamar was sitting at, there's plenty of blood, but Lamar get away, right? See. And This nigga got shot twice. But clearly the motherfuckers went clean through, but he still got shot twice. But he saw Lamar got big and brolic. Maybe the muscle stopped some of that shit. I don't know. Markeisha goes to CT, says she has a guy in South Carolina and they'll connect. And he's like, this business, right? Okay, then, well, you can't stay over here then. With her fine ass coming to my house like that, right? So Milton, that got killed in Techwood, is that his son got killed in Techwood. That came up in there like, Remy, what you want to do, man? These motherfuckers here. And then they came and shot up everything, right? He's at like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, right? And Brian is there and they changed his name, right? Remember, he told his former partner, Jen, he was going down south. Yeah, he going down south to get meeting him. So we go back to what happened in Mexico. So remember, Meech got bit by the snake. Loco brings in a priest, healer / shit to Meech to help heal his snake bite. He had a chicken. He killed the chicken. Broke his neck. Cut the chicken. Took out some shit out the chicken. 2 bones. Had blood on it. Put it on Meech shit. And Meech woke. He said some little shit. And Meech woke up right away. T talking about real Christian. And they like, motherfucker, you want to save his life or not? Meech gets straight up like, yo. T told Meech they're going to hell for this, right? And then they all get surrounded by wolves, right? But they get up out of there. Loco throw the chicken over there for the wolves to go get. And then Meech says he and T must separate. I mean, we can't do that. And he's been thinking short term. I've been saying, you know what I'm saying? He said they got to separate. I've been thinking short term, long term, we're going to take over the world type shit. And that was the end of that thing, right? And then it had the welcome to Atlanta, so death sign on the thing for signage. All right. So, season predictions, what I think, that's what they had on the trailer. So the trailer season prediction, let's go through it. T says they got into the music game to return their investment, right? So Meech says they got into the game to keep their family together. Meech says he's destined for big shit with or without his brother. Says they have a new product to flood the streets with. So they was moving dope, but maybe they moving into different cocaine or they moving to different heroin. I can't remember what the fuck they was moving in Detroit. I thought they was moving H, but I think they moved. He said a new product, so we're gonna see what that is. I forget which one, but it's either the heroin or the coke and whatever. I believe it's coke, but T says we got to change the stashes and the routes. There's all types of shit going on in the background. T says someone is a snake and their entire organization is at risk. We see Loco with a knife like the Meech face. We see Mad Dope. We got guns. We got B. Mickey and Lamar. So I think the Mexico shit is going to constantly play out until they show them making it back to America. And shit happened with Loco and all types of shit and Meech. And there's all types of shit, right? Possibly. I don't know. Shit was going so fast, yo. We see Lucille at a funeral. Who dies, right? We see some cats down in Techwood. We see Jay Pusha in the armory getting guns. Brian says your time is coming. Tick-tock. And he walking away from somebody, so he's talking to Meech, he talking to T. Who he talking to? We got all types of mad scenes going on. Markeisha talking about the feds. T asks Meech what you want to do. Meech says the show must go on. So, hey man, it's a lot of twists and turns. We know it's BMF. It's gonna be tons of twists and turns. I'm glad B Mickey is back in some form. He caught a raw deal. He did some shit he shouldn't have did, but Brian had him dead to rights. This T and Meech sibling rivalry shit though, hopefully it doesn't get someone else killed because of they bullshit they can't get over. And how will Brian fuck up the shit in Atlanta? Right? So we're gonna know this. We know the shit downfall happened in Atlanta. So how's he gonna fuck up the shit in Atlanta? And Lamar's side survived the shooting, how? We gotta see that. Now at the end of last season, I talked about they get Loco out and a new enemy will arise. So with Brian going down there, we got to see the new enemy that's going to rise to BMF in Atlanta. And if they get into the music business, what type of shit happens with the labels and shit? We saw Pac last season. Who else we going to see? You know what I'm saying? So we got to go through all this shit and affiliations and the rappers and all that shit. So this should be interesting, though. I just want to see what's going on. Is BMF, is New Dope, is all this other shit. We know some loose ends that didn't get tied up last season gonna come back to haunt their ass. So we already see that with Lamar. So how much is T gonna be in Detroit as opposed to Atlanta? Like, it's a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? It's BMF, man. So Let me know in the comments, man. Keep the conversation going, man. Thank y'all for coming back and supporting the pod. It means the world to me, because without y'all, ain't no sense in me doing this, man. You know what it is. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Keep the conversation going in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. What the fuck is going on? There's a lot of shit going on in that trailer, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Klutch. Follow, share, rate, and review. It's important. Follow us on X at KN&K. Weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, DZ, Deezus, DZD, Dezos, Don P, Don D, Little D, Don Rilla Digger, Don Loke. Host the BMF Reverberation podcast, a Confidence in the Klutch podcast about the acclaimed crime, drama, crime, criminal drama TV series BMF. Have a safe and healthy night if you're listening during the daytime. You already know, man. Create a great day on purpose, y'all. I'm out. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.